Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. This time, we're cracking open the vault of wisdom from Bob Proctor to understand how we can actually apply frequencies, vibrations, and paradigms to unlock our potential.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff. We're going to merge spiritual insight with actual science and get a formula for real personal growth. And, we all have about $85 billion worth of potential energy inside each of us.
$85 billion. Whoa.
Yeah. So if scientists can figure out how to power a country for a week with just the energy and hydrogen atoms, imagine what we can do with all the power inside each of us. I mean, it makes you wonder why more people aren't living these incredible lives.
Yeah, there must be something blocking all that potential, right?
There is, and these concepts of frequencies and paradigms are the keys to understanding exactly what those blocks are.
So how do frequencies and paradigms actually, play into all this?
It's kind of like our thoughts and desires are operating on specific frequencies, just like cell phones.
Oh, like you can only connect with someone if you've got the right number.
Precisely. Same principle applies to achieving what we want in life, We need to align our vibration, our energy, with the frequency of our desires.
So it's not enough to just think about what we want.
Right.
We need to, become it energetically.
Yeah, almost like tuning ourselves to a specific radio station.
Cool. So then what are these paradigms that you mentioned?
Paradigms are essentially deeply rooted beliefs or mental patterns that are formed by our experiences or our upbringing, the people around us. And a lot of times we're not even aware of these paradigms that are running the show.
Oh, wow. So they're like invisible fences holding us back from what's actually possible.
Exactly. You see it all the time, people with incredible knowledge, amazing skills, but they're struggling to get the results that they want.
Why is that?
Because their paradigms are holding them back. They might have a deep-seated belief that they're not worthy of success, or that they fear failure, or they might simply not believe that abundance is possible for them.
So it's like having a super high-performance race car, but you're stuck driving in first gear.
Yeah, you have all this power, but something's preventing you from unleashing it.
It's like their subconscious mind is saying, nope, you're not allowed to succeed.
That's a great way to put it.
And the crazy part is we're often completely unaware of these subconscious beliefs that are sabotaging our efforts.
Yeah, so to really understand this, we need to look at the structure of the mind itself.
Okay, so how does our mind work in this context?
Think of your mind as a circle split in half. The conscious and the subconscious.
Okay, got it.
Now, the conscious mind is the thinking mind. It's the part of you that analyzes, makes decisions, chooses what to focus on, but the subconscious mind is the emotional mind.
Okay.
It's like a sponge. It just absorbs everything that it's exposed to.
Without question.
Right. And guess what? This is where those powerful paradigms are formed.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
So if we're constantly feeding our minds negative thoughts, worries, limiting beliefs, the subconscious mind just accepts those as truth.
Yeah. And it shapes our reality accordingly.
Oh, man. But wait, doesn't that mean it works both ways?
It does. If we feed our minds positive, empowering thoughts and beliefs, we can reprogram our subconscious and create a whole new reality for ourselves.
That is so cool. It really is like we can upgrade our operating system.
That's a great analogy. We're upgrading our mental operating system.
So how do we change these deep paradigms?
Well, think of a baby. Their mind is completely open, absorbing everything from the environment. That's how those early paradigms are formed. But what's amazing is that even as adults, we still have this capacity to reshape our paradigms.
Really?
Yeah. It takes conscious effort.
Like a gardener tending to their soil.
Exactly. You nurture the good and weed out the bad. You have
Yeah.
to intentionally choose what information you allow into your mind.
It makes sense. If we're constantly bombarded with negativity from the news or social media, or even just our own negative self-talk, that negativity is going to take root and shape our reality.
Yeah.
But if we make a conscious effort to consume positive, inspiring content, surround ourselves with supportive people, and choose empowering thoughts, we can reprogram our minds for success.
That's exactly it. We have to be intentional about what we allow into our mental space.
So it really is like the old saying, garbage in, garbage out.
You got it. If you want a vibrant, successful life, you got to feed your mind with vibrant, successful thoughts.
So important. We have to become aware of our mental diet and make sure we're consuming information that expands our minds and fuels our dreams.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This is so empowering. It means that we're not just victims of our circumstances. We have the power to change our thinking, reshape our paradigms, and ultimately create the lives that we truly desire.
We absolutely do. We just have to be proactive about it.
So how do we start being proactive?
Well, Bob Proctor's teachings really help us with this. He gives us a roadmap for how to apply these concepts to our lives, starting with setting clear, specific goals.
Oh, okay. So like writing them down.
Yeah, write them down, review them regularly, and visualize yourself achieving them. This helps you align your vibration with your desires.
Oh, that's fascinating. So by focusing on our goals and visualizing ourselves achieving them, we're actually sending a powerful message to the universe.
You got it. And it attracts the people, resources, and opportunities that align with our vision.
So it's not just about passively visualizing.
No, it's also about taking inspired action. It's about listening to your intuition, paying attention to those nudges you get, and taking steps towards your goals, even if they seem small.
And he specifically recommends the book Think and Grow Rich as a guide for personal transformation.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Awesome. I'm ready to dive into part 2 and really explore how to put all this into action. This has been eye-opening so far.
Absolutely. In the next part, we'll go deeper into specific strategies and techniques that you can use right away to shift those paradigms and unlock your true potential.
Sounds good. I can't wait. All right, so we've laid some serious groundwork, understanding how these invisible forces like frequencies and paradigms are shaping our lives. But knowledge without action is kind of like a car without an engine.
Yeah, you got all that potential, but no movement.
All right, so how do we actually shift these paradigms and start creating the results that we want?
Well, it's not about fighting your current reality. It's about building a new model, a new paradigm that makes that old one obsolete.
Okay,
We have to become the architects of our own minds.
I like that.
And remember, the subconscious mind is super powerful, but it doesn't judge the information that it receives.
Right, it accepts everything as truth.
Exactly, whether it's beneficial or harmful.
So if we're constantly feeding it negative thoughts, worry, self-doubt, we're essentially programming our reality for those outcomes.
Yeah, we're giving the subconscious mind the blueprint for a life of limitations and struggles.
And the more we dwell on those negative thoughts, the deeper those grooves become in our subconscious mind.
Yeah, and the harder it is to break free. But here's the good news. We can rewrite the code.
Oh, tell me more.
We can consciously choose to feed our minds with positive, empowering information, and as we do that, the subconscious mind starts operating from a whole new set of instructions.
It's almost like upgrading your operating system, right?
Exactly. We're upgrading our mental operating system, and the first step is awareness. We need to become really aware of our current situation, our thoughts, our habits, our results. And one of my mentors challenged me to look at my results, my finances, my health, my relationships, and ask myself this question: why don't you change this?
Wow, that's a really powerful question because it cuts through all the excuses and places the responsibility right where it belongs.
On us, exactly. We can't change what we don't acknowledge.
It's easy to get caught up in complaining about our problems,
Yeah.
that we never stop to consider that we actually have the power to change them.
And that's the turning point, right? Recognizing that we have that power to choose a different reality.
It's huge.
For example, if our goal is just to get out of debt,
We're still focusing on the problem.
yeah, on lack. And we need to shift our focus to the outcome we want, which is financial abundance.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that means changing our thoughts, beliefs, and actions to align with that goal.
So instead of dwelling on what we don't have, we start focusing on what we want to create, and we start taking action in that direction.
Exactly. And that's where setting those clear, specific goals comes in.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Write your goals down, make them tangible, and review them regularly.
Okay.
This keeps them top of mind, and that constant focus starts to shift your vibration, aligning your energy with what you want to attract.
Okay.
It's like setting the coordinates on your internal GPS,
I love that analogy.
guiding you towards your desired destination.
And I've even heard of people carrying their goals with them, like on a card in their wallet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So they can refer to them throughout the day
It's a constant reminder.
of what they're working toward.
Exactly. And as you focus on those goals, you become more attuned to opportunities and resources that can help you achieve them.
That's cool.
You start to notice things you wouldn't have seen before because your mind is now primed to find those solutions that align with your vision.
That's pretty amazing. And it reminds me of that story Bob Proctor tells about how he went from earning a very small income to over $1 million a year in just a few years.
Yeah.
All because he shifted his paradigm.
Yeah, he started believing that abundance was possible.
He didn't develop any magical talents or win the lottery.
Right, he changed his thinking and his results followed.
That's so powerful.
It's a perfect example of what we're talking about. We are all capable of achieving extraordinary things when we dare to believe in our potential.
And align ourselves with the frequency of our desires.
Exactly. The power has always been within us. It's just a matter of tapping into it.
So instead of thinking, I'm stuck in this dead-end job and I'll never get out of debt,
Right.
we start thinking, I am capable of creating abundance and I am worthy of a fulfilling career.
That's it. We're recognizing that we are spiritual beings with unlimited potential.
We have access to incredible power, knowledge, and creativity.
We just need to clear away the mental clutter that's blocking us from accessing it.
It's like having a billion-dollar bank account, but only withdrawing a few dollars at a time.
Yeah.
We need to step into our true worth and claim our abundance.
We do. But how do we break free from those self-imposed limitations, those outdated paradigms that are holding us back?
Yeah.
Well, one of the most important things is to become aware of the information that we're consuming.
Oh, okay.
Are we feeding our